Alright, guys, and what's up? So now I am going to be watching a Supergirl sneak peek, The Adventures of Supergirl. So I am kind of curious to see what this is going to look like. Pretty excited to see what a full trailer of the season two of Supergirl is going to look like. So let's get to it.
Yeah, I understand, Mr. White. No, Mr. White. Yes, Mr. White. Yes, I will have my article on your desk, lickety-split.
Oh.
Yes, sir, I know that no one says lickety-split anymore. Although you do still say Great Caesar's Ghost, which is a bit of a throwback. No, yes, sir, I'm very aware that we are not
Not
talking
bad.
about you.
Not a bad
Yes,
Clark Kent.
Yes, I will have that to you. Hello?
Hang on, we're hearing of a possible explosion aboard the Venture.
Daily Planet.
At this time, there are over 200 people aboard the craft. There are no further details, but keep it right here and we'll continue to bring you the very latest.
We can only hope wherever he is, he's seeing this.
Still no names. They're still doing it. No names. Nice.
I pray she's watching this.
She is.
Yeah.
Mayday, mayday, we have experienced a hull breach and catastrophic engine failure. Supergirl.
First look at Superman in action.
Need a hand?
Hey, cuz.
It's good to see you.
This looks like a job for the both of us.
Absolutely.
Yo, my man's looking good as Superman.
Supergirl, season premiere Monday, October 10th on the CW.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. That looks, yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm liking the CG on this one. I'm liking the CG on it. It looks really good. I'm liking Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. He looked like a pretty decent Clark Kent. I'm gonna need to see a little bit more of that, but for what I've seen, he seemed pretty decent. Seemed like a pretty decent Clark Kent. So that's a-okay. That's pretty cool. This is pretty much the trailer I've been looking for. It's not even really a trailer. It's more of just a sneak peek, just a glimpse inside the episode of. A glimpse inside what we might be seeing for season 2 of Supergirl. But so far, it's pretty promising. It looks pretty good. So definitely no complaints from me. Not at all. Based on where Clark was, Tyler, it looked like they might have switched to like the Canada. The background did look a little more Canadian. But some of the sets from National City side, where Supergirl is, did look kind of the same. So I don't know if they're still in LA or if they moved it up to Canada, where all the rest of the CW shows broadcast. So that's going to be an interesting question. But yeah, once again, I'm satisfied. That's what I wanted to see mostly. I still have no idea who's going to be inside the spaceship. So I'm curious about that. I did accidentally catch a glimpse of something on Facebook where somebody might have spoiled that it was what's her name? What's her name again? What's her name? Oh my god. Was it Lady Manhunter? Martian, Miss Martian, that's her name. Yeah, somebody, I think somebody spoiled on Facebook that it was that we saw a glimpse of Miss Martian at some point. So I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen anything of it. I haven't seen anything in the trailers or the promos or anything of that nature to confirm that. But that would be interesting if it was Miss Martian. Especially considering we just had John Jones. My only problem with that, though, is that she sees McGann sees John as a mentor, and the John Jones in Supergirl doesn't really have a full doesn't seem to have full control over his power set, because he's, from what I understand, I believe that's because he's been hiding it for so long. Hiding his lack of powers, which would probably make him kind of lose control a little bit if he decided to use them. And keep in mind that Martian Manhunter has basically all the powers Superman does, plus a whole bunch more. Not all the powers of Superman, but he has a lot of the powers of Superman, plus a bunch more. So, like, he doesn't have, like, heat vision, he doesn't have cold breath or x-ray vision, but he does have shape-shifting, telepathy, phase shifting. Did I say shape-shifting? I did say shape-shifting. And it really seems like he just doesn't really have a full grasp of all of those things yet. Especially the phase shifting. Well, he can, but it's a big drain on him or something like that. And so that would be interesting. That would be curious how they would have a Miss Martian kind of studying under John Jones if even he doesn't really have full control over his power set. Especially since he's supposed to be a mentor to her. On the other hand, if it was Mon-El, that would be really cool, because he could take the place of Superman. Mon-El sees Superman as a sort of mentor. In this case, we could have Mon-El being taught by Supergirl, and then that would give her a link to the Legion. Which we saw the ring in the first season of Supergirl, when she was at Superman's Fortress of Solitude. He had the Legion ring in the Fortress of Solitude, so that would give them a connection to the Legion, as opposed to Miss Martian, who stays in the present. Mon-El actually goes to the future, partially because of his. And that's another thing too, is that if we have to think about the future of the show. So if we have Miss Martian showing up, what are they going to do with her after this season? Whereas Mon-El, you can have him around for a season and then send him to the future. And then with that brings in that gives you a whole connection to the Legion, which can bring in a lot more ideas for the stories. For new stories and new villains and new plot lines, because there's a plot line, I think, in one of the comics where Supergirl goes to the future, like Superman, like young Clark Kent. She goes to the future and develops her powers more, or develops her abilities, her powers, her mental state. I don't want to say mental state, but develops her sense of a hero more by going into the future, and that's another thing that could happen. At the end of the season, if you do have a Mon-El. If you have a Mon-El, she could go to the future at the end of the season, and then at the beginning of the third season she can come back. Otherwise, if Supergirl gets canceled at the end of season 2, that also provides a pretty decent ending for the series, her going to the future so that she can develop more as a superhero. But yeah, so what do you guys think? However, that's right, the Miss Martian thing would also promote more of the whole girl power aesthetic that the show promotes, or leans towards. But yes, so anyway, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the new season of Supergirl? Have you even watched the first season of Supergirl? If not, I recommend doing that, especially the Flash crossover. It takes a couple episodes for it to pick up, and I would probably say, unfortunately, now that we know that there's a John Jones, if you've seen this or seen anything else and know that there's a John Jones, it kind of ruins the whole Martian Manhunter reveal. So I'm not going to say who he is, but it becomes pretty obvious kind of early on. If you did find out about that, it does kind of mess up the reveal. So I happened to see it within a few days after the episode came out, and nobody was talking about Supergirl. So I found out, and it was a great joy to find out. I got really excited. I kind of wish there was a reaction for that, because that would have been great. But yeah. So once again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I've also recently joined the Reactors League, if you guys are into that sort of thing. So you may or may not see some of my videos on there, just to be aware. Once again, I have met Demon Killer's Core, and Chainsaw Reacts added me to the Reactors League. So I may do, if I can, if it's possible, I will try to do some collabs with them, and that would be really awesome. Once again, my internet sucks, so it's not very likely that it will happen anytime soon. So yeah. Alright, so until next time, I will see you guys later.
Really? They brought in Alex Dessert? Oh, nice. If you don't know, Alex Dessert he was the best friend in the old 90s Flash TV show. So now they've got all three of the main stars from the old Flash TV show. That's awesome.